friends. So today I'm going to show you some of the gifts that we got our kids this Christmas and what our minimal Christmas at our Hope Valley homestead looks like. So we try to stick to categories of something to read, something to wear, and something special. So Eve and I have been following this kind of guide for Christmas since our kids were born. Years ago, I had a friend who her parents adopted her, and they always gave her 3 gifts at Christmas. And they said it was because Jesus got 3 gifts, and they wanted her to have 3 gifts, 3 special gifts to remind her of what Jesus was given, and also that he is the greatest gift of all. And they said, why should our daughter get more gifts than Jesus? So I actually really loved that. I thought it was a special idea. Plus, there can be such an overwhelm of gifts at Christmas time when you have 1 kid, let alone 7. And I feel like they already get gifts from grandparents and friends and family, and we're always trying to reduce what comes into our house and keep it at what we need and love and that gives us joy versus just tons of stuff just for the sake of getting things for Christmas. It makes for a happier Christmas day too, because the focus is off of how much stuff can I get versus let's enjoy being together, celebrating the real reason for Christmas, and remembering what God did for us, and still taking joy in what we get with gifts, because God is the greatest gift giver. So the guide that we kind of made for ourselves is we want to give them something that they can read, something that they can wear, something new that they haven't had before. And I don't mind this being something upcycled that maybe I picked up at a thrift store, but that is in really good shape. And it's just that it's new to them, that it's not a hand-me-down from their siblings, because there's just so many clothes everywhere in the world, and the more we reduce and reuse, the better it is for our environment. And we certainly don't mind when our kids get clothes dirty if they are used versus paying $80 for a t-shirt. So we don't mind upcycling something from the thrift store as something new that they can wear that they have never had before. Sometimes we will go and buy a local handmade shirt or sweater or something. Other times, it's actually been a while since we did that. That was more when they were babies. There's not a lot of handmade clothing companies in our area. We will often, we will upcycle things, or we will go and just purchase something like for all the family. One year we did last year we did a bunch of slippers, and the kids loved that. We've done pajamas, we've done hats. This year we're gonna do mittens. So our kids are usually, we always get our kids mittens, obviously, for winter play, but we've been given a lot of mittens as well for our kids that have been really great over the years, but we just wanted to get them each their own pair this year. So that's actually what I'm on the hunt for. I do not have all of my Christmas shopping done, but I wanted to show you some of what we do in case it inspires you to maybe reflect on how much you want to consume as a family this year, just to show you another idea of something that you can do as a family. Especially with a large family, stuff can pile up very quickly around holidays. My 3-year-old actually said to his brother the other day, I can't wait for all of our birthday, that day when we got all those slippers. And so he thinks Christmas is everybody's birthday. So for sure, we are going to be doing presents. We are not so minimal that we don't celebrate Christmas or toys. We actually don't celebrate Santa Claus in the traditional sense. We do read Santa stories, we watch movies. We've just never told our kids that Santa is real. So anyway, so our kids have really appreciated that. They actually have told us, thank you so much for not lying to us, Mom, because it's okay. There's some families that really prefer to do that, where they share that magical aspect of Christmas with their kids in a kind of a fairy tale sense. And we like to kind of incorporate the fantasy story. We read a lot of fairy tales in our homeschool and a lot of mythology and things. So the fairy tale of it, we don't have anything against. It's fun, but we just wanted to keep things just honest with our kids from the very beginning. So they don't believe in Santa, but they do enjoy the stories of Santa. But we really center our Christmas around Christ. So our kids always know what to expect, and they know that we give them presents. They know that the presents come from their grandparents and family and friends. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I got for our kids that did arrive. I will try to shop as locally as I can. We live in a more isolated area. You can pretty much get all kinds of things, Legos and things at our stores within an hour away from where we live. But there are some specially requested things sometimes that I order from Amazon. So I try to order from sellers that are more small businesses, because there are a lot of small businesses on Amazon that you can still support. This is what I got for our oldest. He is so crazy about Legos, and he doesn't have any of the Technic Legos. He has tons of Legos. That is something that we're not very minimal on, but we have our kids keep their Legos. We have 3 boys who are allowed to play with Legos. Our younger kids tend to put them in their mouth. So that was another blessing in giving our kids, our 3 older boys, our room, was that they had all this space to play Legos, whereas before they didn't have a lot of space. But besides that, the little ones would often sneak into their room before, and because Legos would just kind of scatter out into the hallway, and they would get a hold of them, and we don't want anyone putting Legos in their mouth. So now they have their own space in our old closet with a desk, and they play Legos there. So each of our boys has 2 drawers full of Legos. They have given some Legos away. I have given some of their Legos away, just some bricks and things that I know that they don't really use often. Cannot indefinitely bring new Legos into our house without some of them leaving, because our house would be exploding with Legos. We've had so many Legos given to us over the years, but it is such an incredible gift. I love that my oldest son absolutely loves anything engineering, and he has a very keen mind for building and inventing and creating and structures. So Legos fits the bill 100% with this kid. Actually, even my 6-year-old is exceptional at building, and he is interested in that kind of engineering field. He loves books on anything to build or design or structures as well. So, and our middle child, who is 9, he loves Legos, but he loves them more because his older brother and his younger brother love playing them and building things. So I didn't get my second son a gift yet, because I'm still deciding if the best thing for him is going to be Legos from us, or if we're going to do something else. He loves music. We might do something with music. He loves art, and he still loves stuffed animals. So we might do something that's more suited to his personality. So the goal of our special gift, and this would be considered a special gift, something special in that category. The purpose in that for us is that we think about what they are interested in, what is truly meaningful to them, what their interests are, and that we go with that. I know that our kids are getting some Legos already from Grandpa, so our 9-year-old won't miss out on some Legos, even if we choose to get him something different. Now, for our 3-year-old, we got this Buzz Lightyear toy. I love toys like this for our kids because there aren't a ton of pieces, and we already have things with pieces in our house like puzzles, but pretty much, except for blocks and Legos, I have given away everything that has tons of pieces in it. We used to have little like Fisher-Price toolkits, and oh my gosh, we had so many different sets, like kitchen sets. They're all gone, because what I discovered is that our kids would literally just throw them around all over the house, scatter the foods and from the kitchen set or doll houses, little pieces all over the place all day long. They weren't even really playing with them. They were just taking them by the handful, carrying them around, dropping them here and there. So after so many years of me picking them up, and spending hours a day cleaning, I was like, you know what? This is taking up a lot of our time when we could be doing more fun things like projects or reading books or doing something in school or playing outdoors. So I got rid of all of them. But I do like toys that have, especially at Christmas or birthdays, that have little buttons and that don't come with a lot of pieces. And our kids love Toy Story. We do a family movie night every week, and they love Toy Story 4 particularly. So my 3-year-old thinks Buzz Lightyear is the coolest. And for my 5-year-old, who is my 3-year-old's best buddy, I chose the Woody and I don't even know, Bullseye, the horse. So this is what we got them for their special gift. And it wasn't a lot. I think I got it on sale. I don't remember the sale that Amazon had, but it was like $13 or $15. It was less than $20 anyways for it. That's what I got him. And for our 1-year-old, I got this adorable Fisher-Price garage. I got it on sale at Amazon for $13. Now this does have pieces, but I don't mind a couple little cars because they don't have teeny tiny little pieces floating around all over the house. They're just cars. Our boys love cars. Even our older boys will shoot cars all over the floor all day long. And well, not the older boys so much, but the younger ones will all day long. They love that. So this is a cute little garage for our 1-year-old. And I mean, $13. Who can beat that, right? It was amazing. So the thing that I'm gonna get for my 1-year-old that I didn't mention, he does have the garage. I will be getting him a book, and I'll actually give a list of the books that we're giving to our children on our blog. So stay tuned for that. So I do have friends who do all upcycled gifts for Christmas. So they don't even do gifts for Christmas. I'm thankful that I have very conservative friends who think about our planet and lean towards more minimalism. Others not so much, but they're still very conscious of our planet and they try to not ever buy new. I'm okay with buying new sometimes, and because we do a lot of upcycled things. And at Christmas, we always set money aside ahead of time, so we're not putting anything on a Visa credit card or anything like that. We always pay cash. And we just decide ahead of time by putting money aside what the budget's gonna be. And we, regardless of paying off our debt, if some of you have followed our debt journey story, we're still in the middle of paying off all of our debt. So Christmas is something we have decided that even though we are paying off our debt, there are certain things like working on our homestead and birthdays and Christmas we just include as a part of life, and it just helps us to not feel resentful of our debt repayment time and the season of life, because we love to have a really spectacular Christmas. And it's not all about the gifts, but it is so fun to give gifts. And I think that in a large family, we do more of a traditional large family setting in our home where we do a lot of reading, we do a lot of cooking together and taking care of each other and just having fun and playing games, but we don't overdo it with like lots of stuff all throughout the year. So our kids know that on birthdays and Christmas, that's the time they get gifts. And so I'm okay with finding something that, you know, that they'd really love and have fun with. And they do get allowance. We actually call it commission in our house because they do chores. They get their earned money at the end of the week. So we teach them to rely on their own resources of earning money rather than just being handed everything. So that can be for another day, though. I can get into that. But they do say they're great little savers, so they do buy things throughout the year, but Christmas is a time when I just feel I want to be able to give my kids a gift that I chose, and it doesn't have to be super expensive. I mean, like less than $20. This was not less than $20. I think this was $80 on sale, but it was a very, like I said, we just make a budget for what we're gonna spend on Christmas, and I don't mind spending a little more. That's something that we have always done. We spend more on the older kids than the younger kids, and some people might not find that fair, but I know that my 1-year-old is not gonna appreciate an $80 gift more than a $13 gift, because he just is a baby. He's a toddler. He loves pretty much anything you give him. I could give him the box it came in and he would be just as ecstatic about that as a toy. Whereas my 11-year-old will surely appreciate an $80 toy more than he would a $13 toy. So we're okay with doing that. And for my 6-year-old, I'm actually really excited about this, and it's not a complete gift yet, but he has been asking for, he is an incredible artist. My brother is an incredible artist. He draws comics like crazy. He's so good. But anyways, he definitely could have been a professional artist for one of those comic book companies. But anyway, so my 6-year-old is an incredible artist. He's always drawing amazing pictures. And he's been asking, our older boys have a set of Prismacolors. I think these are $60 normally, but I got them for $20 on Amazon. So our 6-year-old is getting this beautiful set of 60 pencil crayons. These are really nice colors, and they're easy to sharpen, and they are a higher quality pencil crayon than just Crayola. So these are for real artists. They really love them. At least for kids, it's just nice to have a nicer set. So, and I love this. So my little artist is getting this blank comic book. He loves drawing comics, and so I was really excited about this. I found this book. It's an art book just full of these little comic blocks that they can create their own comic in. So he loves telling stories, he loves drawing, and they actually have an example of all the different comic book blocks they have on the back. So I got this on Amazon. It has 120 pages. I think it was around $6. Really worth it though. My kid's gonna love this. And then I got him just a sketchbook. This is just like, it's not like the highest quality sketchbook. If I had to purchase it again, I probably would have chosen a hardcover one, but it's fine. He's gonna go through this in 2 days. Like he draws so much and so fast. So, but this is just an extra one. And then I actually am going to be getting him probably 2 more sketchbooks and a drawing manual. I haven't decided on what I'm going to give him for a drawing manual of some kind. I know there's some on animals and superheroes and all kinds of different things. So I haven't decided yet exactly what I want to get for him, but that will go with that gift. Now my daughter and my 9-year-old, like I said, for my 9-year-old, I didn't choose something yet, and I'm a little on the fence. It's probably going to be something, music, maybe some CDs. He loves Adventures in Odyssey. If you don't know about Adventures in Odyssey, you really need to get one of the collections for your family. They're incredible. It is Christian faith-based, but it's a radio show that's been around since I was a kid, and they have these collections on CDs. I think they have DVDs as well, but we get the CDs to listen to because you can just put it on in the background while the kids are playing. We listen to it in the car if we go somewhere, but it is so full of really amazing character building stories and qualities. It's wonderful. Kids to adults love this show. So I might get him something like that. They love listening to Adventures in Odyssey while they play Legos. I know that my 9-year-old is getting some Legos from a grandparent. So we'll see. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do for him. My daughter has been asking for 2 different things. She loves Legos, and she loves snow globes. So I might get her a snow globe, but I definitely will. I always give her a snow globe. It's been a tradition since she was probably, I think 3, so about 4 years? No. Okay, so about 3 years I've actually done it. This would be the 4th year. I have given her a snow globe and she wants a musical one. She asked for it for her birthday actually, which is in January, but I will probably end up giving it to her for Christmas because that's just been the ongoing tradition. But I'm not sure if I'm just gonna get a tiny little snow globe and stick it in her stocking, because that's a whole nother video. We do something special for our stockings as well. But I might do Legos or a doll. I feel like she's getting a little closer to growing out of the doll stage. She has a small basket of dolls, quite a few actually, probably 10 or 12, something like that. She has a harder time letting go of her things and moving on from them, so she would rather just keep the one she has than get a new one often, and I'm fine with that as long as they stick to a certain amount. If you saw one of our other videos on minimalism and why we're doing this, we make the boundary the bad guy, as the minimal mom had shared. And so she has this basket of dolls, and that's what she keeps her dolls in. And if she gets another doll for Christmas or her birthday, it has to fit comfortably in that basket, not spilling over and everything. So we try to keep toys to a minimum because we want each of our kids to have things that they love to play with individually, that they don't have to share everything we have. We're not that extreme, and I know that, we're a large family, but I still feel like each kid needs their own space, their own things, their own toys and books. We have a lot of things as a family that we try to keep to a minimum. It's really books is what I'm talking about. We have an enormous amount of books. So anyways, this is what I got for our kids for Christmas. For Eve, Yvonne asked for snowshoes actually for Christmas. He had a pair of snowshoes, and they were actually stolen, sadly. He uses them every day in the winter time. But anyways, he loves using snowshoes in the winter, so he doesn't have any anymore. It's a very practical gift. I do want to give him something special, and I've been thinking about a few different things, but stay tuned and you'll see what we all get on Christmas. And I am probably, Yvonne's asked me what I want for Christmas. We do gifts all around, so I love gift giving and I love gift getting, but I am still a minimal person at heart, so I don't like to hold on to too many things. But I like things that I can use up and things that won't take up a lot of space. So I asked for books this Christmas and essential oils from doTERRA, because I have recently become a rep, last year actually, and I've been using them every day, and they have changed the atmosphere in our home. They are so healing and soothing and just incredible. They are incredibly powerful. I saw this really funny meme, whatever it is, on Facebook one time that said, I find it funny that essential oils are so essential when I've never used them before, and I don't really feel like I'm missing out. And it made me laugh at the time because that was actually before I got into essential oils. But now that I am using them all the time, I'm like, how did I go 32 years without using essential oils? Like, they're so amazing. They've reduced our budget so much on cleaning products. I'm gonna have some videos coming up soon on how to make your own laundry detergent and a whole bunch of really cool things. So stay tuned for that. But I asked for essential oils because I love them, and it gives me an excuse to buy ones that I probably wouldn't buy necessarily every day because they're a little more pricey. We used to buy gifts ahead of time. We tried that one year for our kids. Like, I know some people will buy presents in January and then give it to their kids in, at Christmas time. But I feel like kids change so much in a year. You just don't know what they're gonna be really interested in. And I don't wanna give them something they were interested in, last Christmas, but now they're a little older and they're like, oh, this is kind of a baby toy now. So it's better for me just to set money aside, and that's the Christmas fund, and we don't touch it until Christmas time, and then we get to choose, and it makes the holiday more fun. And I want to encourage you that even if you didn't this year, do it next year. You don't want to end up with a huge Visa bill come January because all the Christmas feels, you just feel so amazing and you just go shopping. I know I love shopping and I love getting things as gifts. That's my favorite. But we want to have self-control when we're shopping and have a plan so that we don't end up come January with an anxiety attack because we overdid it on Christmas spending. So plan ahead, start in January, have a New Year's resolution to start putting aside a little money every month for your Christmas fund so that you can choose something at Christmas without any guilt, and you can be a little extravagant, but that money was already set aside, so it's okay. The books that we're going to choose for our kids, I haven't totally decided on. I've been looking, I'm a member of Scholastic, so I've been looking through their catalogs. They're amazing. They always have discounted books. I did notice that Amazon had some cheaper prices on some of the books that we're going to get for our kids for Christmas, even cheaper than Scholastic. And normally I get points back on certain book club catalog points from Scholastic, but on some of the books that we're choosing, I wouldn't get any points, and it's a little more expensive than Amazon, so I'll probably be ordering from there. We have some classics that we basically memorized the books that we have for our kids. So every year come Christmas, when it's time to get some more books, I mean, we get them throughout the year sometimes too, but Christmas is like the new book time, and we love to get some books. Sometimes we get a package from Scholastic. Other times I find them just cheaper on Amazon, so we're going to be doing some Amazon, some Scholastic this year, and I just really love that. The kids are so excited, and I have memorized so many children's books. I'm excited for some new stories myself. So the something to wear, we're going to be doing mittens this year, and this is my last week that I'm probably going to be shopping for presents, and then it's done, and we will be making some great homemade gifts at home for family and friends, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to check out our links for some of the books we chose for our kids. They didn't arrive yet, but they're supposed to be here around December 3rd. We did reorder some books that we've had before, but it's been a while since we had them in our collection of books because we've had a lot of toddlers, and some of our toddlers end up tearing the book covers off, ripping or shredding the pages. So over the years, we've gone through several copies of our favorite books, and it's time to restock a couple of them. So stay tuned for those, and I'll share a link below. Have a great day.